As a student, have you ever struggled to come up with time for studying? In a world that offers millions of distractions, it's very easy to forget such an important part of your life. Students would rather be on social media than open a book, and many who do study face burnout sooner or later. We have always wondered if there was a way to make your study time more effective and fun. Well, here it is. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 things you can do that can help you study and make study time fun. We're also going to discuss ways you can prevent burnout, so watch the video till the end so you don't miss out on anything. Studying the right way is important, but not many follow the rules these days. If you ask a student how they handle their studies, a majority would answer that they do late runs both for exams and assignments. These days, it has become a norm to dump all the studying to last minutes. This might be the reason why so many students are lazy to study daily. There are weeks of time to prepare when an exam or an assignment is due, but do we prepare? No, because we know we are capable of doing the work in bare minimum time. So what's the point of taking time to prepare more about it? We'll just do it when it absolutely needs to be done, but we don't do that here, and we recommend everyone not to do it too. Why? Because it's ineffective. Anything you study at this time, you bet you won't remember it a half day later. So what's the point of that? You are back where you started with an empty brain. Knowledge dump is the worst thing you can do to your brain. Your brain is not hardwired to remember an entire book within a few hours. So how to learn more effectively? Tip 1. Divide your work. You're better off studying just a chapter a day. Train your brain to take a small load of studying daily, and the things you'll learn will stay with you for a while. Dividing your work helps loads. Tip 2. Place matters. Many people don't pay much mind to where they're doing their studies, but not many realize that studying in the right place is just as important. Your environment plays a great role in how well you'll learn or how well you can concentrate, so it's important to study in a nice environment. So how to make a suitable environment for studies? Well, you can start out by clearing those days-old junk from your desk. Clean it well and put aside anything that would distract you. The fewer things your desk holds, the better. Now go on and organize the desk the way you like. And make sure you have good lighting. It's better if it's natural, but either works. While studying, we can't always hope to find calm and peaceful surroundings. Some of us live in cities, others near loud places. That's okay, it shouldn't limit your chances at concentrating better. In this case, music helps, but hold on before you get too excited. We're not talking about popping a headphone and tuning out the world with music of your choice. In fact, research has shown that usage of headphones decrease memory and information retention, so you're doing more harm than good. Instead, try background music, some sounds of nature, something calm to help you tune out the world. White noises that help you concentrate. But first, know yourself. Do you perform better with some background noises, or are you better off without them? One should decide that. There are several tunes made specifically for studies. Try the YouTube meditation music. They have an extensive variety. Tip 3. Keep yourself healthy. Hear this out. A study done at the University of British Columbia has shown that a few minutes of aerobic exercise every day helps the body and brain function for the whole day. Aerobic exercises get your heart pumping, and that boosts the size of your hippocampus, the area in the brain that deals with verbal memory and learning. Studies have also suggested that the parts of the brain that control thinking and memory have greater volume in people who exercise than people who don't. In short, exercise helps the brain in a way that protects memory and thinking skills. What can you do? Well, this part is hard, but you gotta exercise. Choose the workout of your choice and do your part. According to studies, 120 minutes of exercise per week is enough to keep your body and mind healthy. Remember, physical health is mental health and vice versa. Tip 4. Sleep. Sleeping is a very important process that helps recharge the body. But did you know it's equally as important for the brain? Our sleep pattern directly affects our memory and learning, as sleep plays a major part in our consolidation of memory, which is when the memory becomes stable in our mind. Sleep researchers have found when we lack sleep, our focus, attention, and vigilance drift, which makes it hard to receive any information. Without proper sleep, our overworked neurons can no longer function properly, and we lose our ability to process learned information. Similarly, when you are well rested, you process the information 10% better than usual. This was proved when the research was conducted with 14 people. They were divided into two groups. Group A was asked to sleep the whole evening, while Group B was given the task of staying awake. Group B spent the whole night working on emails and playing games. The next day, before it was time to leave, both the groups were shown 150 images. After 2 days, they were called again and were provided with a surprise test to select the 150 pictures among 225 pictures. Group B correctly identified 74% of the total images, while Group A could identify 86% of the images. In the age where Instagram and TikTok keeps us awake till later hours of the night, we are definitely underestimating the requirement of sleep. That's 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. Also, exercise and sleep go hand in hand. So once you adopt the habit of exercising, sleep will come easy for you. Bottom line, sleep matters. Tip 5. Consistency. Consistency is the key to success, or be consistent. We have heard this phrase over and over in our life, but what does this actually mean? In simple terms, consistency means always behaving in the same pattern. But how would that help? Let's say you devised a study plan. You have planned out your whole week ahead of you. Now all you have to do is being consistent and finish your daily goals. For the first 3 days, the plan works out very well. On the 4th day, you get invited to hang out with your friends. The next day, your favorite movie shows. You think, what's one more day? I'll study tomorrow. And just like that, the consistency is broken. We see this behavior very often, especially after the first few weeks of a new year, where people's New Year's resolutions lay broken. That's on being inconsistent. We are always excited to start something new, but sticking around and reaching the end is what matters. So what can you do to be more consistent? Don't bite off more than you can chew. Start by setting out fewer goals. If you are overwhelmed by work in the first few days, chances are you won't be able to stay consistent. Study for the same amount of time daily. If possible, fix a time in which you can study and be true to it. Tip number 6, mindset. It is especially important to get into the right mindset if you are eager to see results. You are unlikely to see any development in yourself if you hate what you're doing. Studies have shown how mindset affects the learning ability. Students who believe they will see results if they try consider any difficulties and critics in the path a way to achieve their goal. They show improvement very quickly and are more likely to finish their goal. While students who hate learning and are only doing this because they have to, fail to show any progress, even if they follow the same pattern. You see, it all depends on the mindset of whether you want to do what you're doing or not. Now that we have talked about all the things you could do, let's cover the part of things which you shouldn't do while studying. Don't cram too much work for one time. If you overwork yourself from the start, chances are you are going to exhaust yourself and fall off the routine. Remember, plan small and don't keep unrealistic expectations from yourself. You have probably heard this one before, but let's say it again. No gadgets. Not even to see time. You have a clock for that. Because if you reach for your phone, chances are that a notification from your social media will be enough to distract you. Don't put off things for later, because chances are you're going to put it off again tomorrow. For some people, later just doesn't come. You are better off finishing your work today. Don't multitask. Keep your mind focused on one thing before moving on to another. Don't plan too much ahead. While making a study plan is good, it can be somewhat stressful. Don't worry about what you're going to study next week. Instead, focus on what's in front of you. Don't leave your hard subjects to later. Line up your studies so you finish your hard subjects first and then follow up with something that you like. That way, you stay motivated and get both done. Don't abruptly stop doing the things you love. We get it, you are passionate about doing this, but don't get too obsessed and stop doing the things that you like. Maintain a healthy balance or you're going to burn out and end up hating what you're doing. In conclusion, you do what you have to do. Take it at your own pace. Remember to cheer for yourself and be optimistic about the process and the result. It's also okay to take a break and stop for a while, but you should always be able to find the motivation to start again. You got this. That was it for today, guys. In today's video, we learned about how you can focus more on your studies and be consistent without burning out. Try out all the tips and tricks for yourself and see if they work for you. Which part of the video can you most relate to? Have you ever tried any of the tips we have mentioned? Let us know in the comments below. Like this video if it helped you and share if you think it can help someone else. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more brain balance videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.